That's auditory. Taste, gustation. So just kind of zipping through the rest of our modalities here. And I'll speed up a little bit. Sensation of taste going from the tongue. Remember, cranial nerves 7, 9, and 10 are doing taste. 7, cranial nerve 7, the facial nerve, is going to have that cortitympany, anterior 2/3 of the tongue, sensation of taste, that's salty, bitter, sour, sweet, umami. That's going to work its way up to the solitary nuclei, going through, works its way to the thalamus, then to the superior limiting sulcus of the insula, should here in area G, gustation. So your primary sense of taste up around in this area. Stimulation up here cause sensation of taste, and seizures sometimes can be precluded by an aura, including a taste sensation. And this was just for those of you who have not yet taken neuroanatomy, the myelin stain section on the left, and a wet brain on the far right, and a T2 image in the middle here, or a T1 image. And just sort of remind you, you're learning foundational knowledge. You're never going to see your myelin stain section of your patient. So why do you have to learn this stuff? But there's just sort of a plug to remember to learn your neuroanatomy, so all this foundational knowledge makes sense to you. So when you start learning some of the high yield terms, you really need this foundational knowledge to understand where you are in the brain and what these areas are. Okay, sense of smell. So for the olfaction, we have in the lower left, going up through the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, sensation going to these 20 or so cranial nerves, go to the olfactory bulb, and then from there, the olfactory bulb goes to the olfactory tract, and that information works its way back to piriform cortex. It's thought sort of to be a primary sense of smell area. But unlike the other senses, smell does not have to go through the thalamus before you can go into the rest of the brain and conscious perception. So it's a different paleocortical type of pathway, more ancient pathway in us humans. So we can have stimulation can cause a sensation of olfactory sensation, and seizures, and this one's important clinically, if you have seizures that have an epicenter that might be in this region of cortex, you can have a seizure initiate with unpleasant smell like burning rubber. So if a patient's like, yeah, I smell this burning rubber, and then I collapse to the floor with some seizure activity, that could be a clue that you might have an epicenter focus in olfactory related cortex. And smell goes to the amygdala, sense of smell. So you have those powerful memories, mom's baking, and can wake you up, heightened alertness. And you can have some really strong associations with memory, like you can smell cookies that like, whoa, that takes me back to when I was 7-year-old in my mom's kitchen smelling those chocolate chip cookies. It has this direct pathway into the cortex, which is thought to convey some of these behaviors for us.
Hey everyone, Ryan Rad here from neurosurgerytraining.org. If you like that video, subscribe and donate to keep our content available for medical students across the world.